Thursday. I almost said Friday.
I think you started last week saying it was Friday. I was like, I wish.
Did I? Did I really?
No.
Oh crap! Oh man, Thursday. And hello everyone. Thursday again. Hooray! Oh yeah, Josh's internet blew up earlier, so I don't know. He might be able to get online later. Who knows? And I don't know where the hell Scott is. I should text him and be like, Scott, where the hell are you? I thought our backup plan had a plan, and you're not doing the plan. I'm gonna text him. Be like, Scott, where are you? We're doing this live. Hold on a second. There you are, Scott. Where are you? Should be like, this is bullshit.
What am I not paying you for?
Come out here and get on this damn live and get paid nothing.
Yeah, make terrible jokes with us.
Yeah. Well, hello everyone. We're doing it live. Yeah, hell yeah. Well, it is another Thursday, another week, another insane week. Abnormal guy checking in. I like that one.
Yep.
Oh yeah, the Black Hawk down. Well, man, poor
Pietro.
Poor Pietro will never live that down. Gabe is on daddy duty. As far as we're aware, he now has a infant to take care of.
Yes.
I haven't heard anything.
I haven't either.
But it was last week, right? That was supposed to happen.
Mm-hmm.
So considering we haven't heard anything, either everything's awesome and he's busy and he's sleep deprived and hooray, or I don't want to know.
Yeah. Or he's sleep deprived for other reasons.
Or he's sleep deprived, yeah. So
hopefully it's the first. Yeah.
Hopefully everything's great. So I do love attacking without a plan. Hell yeah, ready, fire, aim. That's our motto.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, congrats to Gabe if true.
Yes.
So
it is true. We just don't know when exactly.
Yeah. Josh has a Blackhawk router, but the issue, it's you with your ISP. Well, that might be a problem.
Yeah, Storm probably took out something.
Yeah, well, it died earlier before the storm had quite kicked in. We were like doing a quick scramble because all of the dealer cars, basically, except for like my Jeep, are inside of the building. But like we saw it, like we got all these alerts that like, hey, there's a tornado and all this stuff, and we're like, uh-oh.
Yep.
And so we look at the radar and it's pretty close, and it's like, there's a chance it could come this way. So we're like shoving all of our personal cars, like packing in the stub as tight as it's ever been, just trying to get everything out in case it hails. And we had to go pick up another car from the tire shop. So we're like, crap, we need to run over there real quick. So it was a cluster from 4 to 5 o'clock today was interesting.
Yeah, you were scrambling.
Yeah, scrambling. Yeah.
Did it actually hail at the stub, or did you?
No, it didn't even rain for 25 seconds. I mean, literally, it was like we're sitting there. It was like, shh, done. We're like, what the hell was that?
Man, all right.
Hey, you know how it is. If we didn't do that, it would have hailed.
Yeah. Oh, baseball size. Yeah.
It would have destroyed everything. But because we took the effort, nothing.
Yep.
Yeah. And then the whole drive home, I'm like, there was lightning like right there. Everything looks like it's doom and gloom, and no like rain, basically hardly at all. I get home, nothing. I make dinner, and right as I finish grilling some burgers, like it just starts dumping. So, hold on a second. I guilted you into it. Are you there?
Uh-oh.
I don't think you can hear us.
No.
Oh. You there? No, he's not there.
No.
Uh-oh.
Womp
Nothing. Womp. How the hell does that happen again? Oh, we pack him in when we need to. I mean, and to be fair, we could still fit more because we could put some under the lifts, But it was, yeah. The 355 engine is out. The triple seal was an unexpected leak. Like we knew that there was something leaking back there. We knew that that's probably what it was, but we didn't want to order anything until we saw and confirmed it. Interesting enough, the factory triple seals on that shaft are crap. Like we were reading online and everyone's like, I put in new ones and they leaked in 3 months. And we're like, well, this is dumb. And so apparently there's an aftermarket solution from a different company, but it does take a little bit to get it here. So we ordered one of those. So hopefully by the time we get back from the trip, it'll be here.
Interesting. Yeah. How much oil can actually come out of those? Like, you think 3 seals in a row would? It's got to fail pretty spectacularly to.
But the design is awful. You've got a shaft within a shaft, right?
Oh, okay.
You've got two shafts spinning, and there's seals in the middle. And it's like you got a hollow shaft with another shaft.
Okay.
And the shaft in the middle has seals on it to prevent oil from going out. So it's a really dumb design. It makes changing the clutch stupid easy on that car.
Oh, I bet.
I mean, but it's just an awful, awful design for leaks and stuff. I bought a new Mach-E and got 10K hail damage the next day.
Oh,
dude, that sucks. Oh man, I'd be very sad. The only plus side about hail is at least it doesn't really affect your rates because it's like act of God kind of thing.
True.
Like it's not like you go drive and whack into another car or something. So nothing, no sound, Scott? Oh man, nothing.
All right. He can hear us, but
we can't hear you. You can hear us. We can't hear you.
All right.
We were just ignoring you.
Yeah. Reboot.
Oh man. Triple seals failed. Ferrari sucks.
That's right. Fuck Ferrari.
How about now?
Hey.
Oh. Hey. Sorry I'm late. Technical difficulties abound.
Turn into Cletus. We need to rip your sleeves off. How about that?
Hey, those triple seals, that's the Italian way, right? They have to make something unusual and that will leak when it fails and leak a lot.
Yeah. I mean, I'm pretty sure they just wanted to make sure that there was still oil in the gearbox. That's how it is. How many hours to remove the 355 engine? I mean, realistically, if you just did nothing but work on it, you could do it easily in a day. If everything, knock on wood, if like everything goes right and nothing breaks. But it's really not that horrifically difficult. It's just it's a little bit nerve-wracking when the engine's actually coming out because there's so many wires and hoses and stuff that you're like, you just don't want one of those to get stretched, like especially like a wire. You don't want some wire connector to get yanked apart and then like now you've got some weird wiring gremlin and you're like, oh crap, like what was that? So that we had a super close call because one of the wires, it was disconnected, but as it was dangling as the chassis was coming up, it snagged another frame piece and it smashed it between the two. And it just started yanking on the wires just enough to like start bending them really pretty firmly, but not ripping them apart. And Alan was like, wait there. And we're like, oh crap. Like that was close.
Dang.
So
you're just dropping it a millimeter at a time.
Yeah, I mean you literally go burp, So you'll see in the video it comes out on Saturday. Broke the seal on the swear jar early. He broke the F-bomb jar, which means we already are demonetized probably. So thanks, Tyler. I want my $4.
That's right. Come over here and get it.
I should look up. I'm genuinely curious now that we just said that. How much? I don't even pay attention to the lives because I know they don't make anything. I'm gonna see how much money did I make on the last live stream. It's gonna be awful.
Does that include super tips or whatever they're called, super chats?
I think so. Yeah. All right. Hold on.
The real question is, how much do you make when Gabe is on versus when I'm on? That's the people must know.
Yeah.
All right. So the last one even did worse than the last few. Oh, okay. It's better than I thought. We made $12.37.
Wow. All right.
And it was so awesome that we lost one subscriber on the channel.
Killing it over here.
That's amazing. Oh, that's so great. Someone's like, I thought I liked watching their videos, but now I really don't like them.
You guys suck. Last week
Oh,
was
okay.
low energy though. We were
So
all
the,
tired.
the video 2 weeks ago, which did a little better, made $20.12
Ooh.
and picked up 2 subscribers.
All right. We're still positive.
Yeah. This is positive, net positive. All right. Very good. Very good. Thanks, Kevin. Kevin's you forgot the import tariff. That was a Chinese swear word.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Geez.
Get the OF girl on. Oh Lord, that was funny as hell.
That was
legit. That was hilarious. Yeah. When my 360 is just pulling out of the driveway when it first warms up, it makes a bump noise like a differential or something, then it doesn't do it again. Oh, like the suspension. You got the 430 360 suspension creak.
yes.
They
Mine does
all,
it too.
Yep, they all it's I don't know if it's the ball joints or the bushings, but it might be the ball joints. But something on those cars when they age, it just as it sits, it's like almost like they lock into place. And then the first time it hits a bump, they go clunk, and that's it. The rest of the time you drive it, doesn't make a peep.
Kind of breaks free. I've got a little patch of cobblestone like in a roundabout right near my house, and every time I get on it after I haven't driven it for a while, it kind of clunks. And I'm like, the first time I heard it, I was like, oh shit. But it settled down. Yeah. It's just the personality of the car.
If I sent you a wire for $175,000, told you ship me a Ferrari, what do you think would show up at my doorstep?
That's a good question.
I mean, just randomly, I get to choose. I mean, I'm going to choose you the cheapest piece of crap you've ever seen.
Yeah, you're going to lose money.
you might want to do a bit of negotiating before you just send me a pile of money with no strings attached.
You can get some Matchbox cars.
I got them some of those like 1/8 scale cars or whatever.
Oh man,
what is the official subscriber count? Good question. Let me check for you. Just 1 second. I don't really pay that close of attention because it just, I don't know. Where am I at?
Dan,
what?
I'm sorry, man. I didn't mean to interrupt you. I was just gonna say, while you're checking, what would you buy for $175,000?
What would I buy?
Yeah, if that was your budget. I guess reframing his question.
Yeah, actually answering his question. I
mean, you could possibly get a 458 depending on the condition and miles. That would be a very solid car. I mean, you could easily get a 430 that's super, super clean and still have it converted.
Yeah.
Those are kind of like the two I would probably consider at that price point. So there's 94,887 subscribers.
Dang, you're close.
I know, it's so frustrating. And hold on. Where does it show? In the last month, we've gained 715 subscribers.
Nice. All right.
So if I can keep it up with close to 1,000 a month, we should hit 100,000 this year.
Sweet.
It'll be close.
Let's have a party.
Have a little party. Yeah.
God, yes. I swore off alcohol this whole year, but if we hit 100,000, I'm getting drunk.
Yeah, all right. New goal for all of you.
I don't give a crap. Like I said, I just did it for the hell of it. I didn't do it for any particular reason.
Yep.
It's not like there's no, it's not like a doctor was like, stop drinking or something. I was just like, I'm just gonna do it because I was getting too many hangovers from like 2 beers. Like a 2-beer night.
Worse, but
well, the nice thing is I haven't drank it so long. If I have 2 beers, I'm gonna be plastered.
Yeah,
it's gonna be amazing. I'm gonna be the cheapest date ever. It's gonna be great.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, we are absolutely seeing parts increase. Multiple vendors have sent us emails saying, "Hey, everything's going up," and they're not lying. And they're pretty much just like across the board raising the price of everything. So yeah, it sucks. Got to pay for the new injector tester somehow. It's true. That thing was pricey. Did we diagnose Scott's oil leak? No, not yet. We were trying to wrap up a few other cars before we started digging into his, but his car is, as soon as we get back from the Dragon, I want to start working on that and just figure out what it
is. It's probably all out of oil now, so it's probably not just pissing all over your shop floor. If there's any good news to be found, it's probably done leaking.
The funny thing is, it doesn't leak unless it's running.
Yeah.
So that does lead me to think it might be the rear main seal, or the oil pump. So it's one of those where like the curiosity is really killing me, but at the same time, I'm so busy. Like
it can wait. Is the oil pump easily accessible, or do you have to drop the tranny for that too?
No, you don't have to drop the tranny. It's a pain in the ass, but it's there. I mean, it's we haven't had to rebuild one yet, surprisingly, because the 430 one is really notorious for leaking. But saw a list of best sports car drives in the U.S. Twisted Sisters was 9, and the Tail of the Dragon 10. Like 10 as in the 10th.
Who made this list? Because Dragon should be 1.
Dragon should be up there, probably number 1. I mean, the Twisted Sisters are pretty amazing, but they're a different type of. The Dragon's like very slow, very, very twisty. Like you're not going all that super fast, but the Twisted Sisters have more of like 60, 70 mile an hour long sweepers, which is still cool. But and there are sections that are like hairpin, really twisty, like that one section where you kind of like go up and over that mountain. It's got like switchbacks and stuff, and that one's pretty cool. But do you have the capability to export all of your live stream audio and text chats into a LLM or equivalent model for others to search? I don't even know what an LLM is.
I'm pretty sure Google's doing that already for us.
I say, I don't. Sure, yeah.
I don't know why anyone would want to, but
yeah. Pikes Peak is not actually that fun.
Yeah.
It's kind of boring because there's so much traffic, you aren't going fast at all. And to be fair, you really kind of don't want to go fast because like there's no guardrails, there's a long ways down.
Yeah.
But I mean it's a cool road, but you're not,
yeah, it's more about the experience, not the drive.
And the sights are beautiful.
Yeah. And if you do even speed a little bit, you get pulled over, as we know. So
right.
Dan, what series of roads did we take in North Carolina? Do you remember?
I thought one was called like the Rattler.
The Rattler. That's right.
It was north of Asheville, if I remember correctly.
It's a lot of fun.
Yeah. There's actually quite a few over by the Dragon that are supposed to be just as good, if not better, because there's less traffic and less cops.
So I remember people saying that about where we went versus the Tail.
Yeah. A lot of the guys who are local to the area, they said they prefer that road over the Dragon because of that.
Mm-hmm. And there were a lot of performance cars out there. That those couple days too.
Mm-hmm. Well, we'll probably hit up some of those. So I've been sober for 24 years. If I sniffed the beer, I'd be under the table. Right? It's just like a little waft of alcohol comes there, like, whoa! That's the way to have it, man. Large language model. Yeah, I'm out of the loop on all the tech stuff. I abandoned all of it because I did it for too long.
I have to deal with it all day. Again, Google's already doing it because if you guys post bad words or something, it kicks it out automatically. Like,
yeah. Is it prices are really going up? I mean, the tariffs are actually making things cost more. So, like for example, Ferrari parts are imported from Italy. So there's a 25% tariff on those. So yeah, all of the Ferrari parts just went up 25%.
Yeah.
And you're either paying it by the price going up, or you're going to pay it with an import tariff, depending which company you order it from.
Yeah, and well, there was a follow-up question after that was basically like, there's no incentive for them to ever lower that price either if the tariffs go away, and that's true, unfortunately.
Yeah, those prices will never come down, I don't think. Why would they?
Yeah, people are paying it.
Mm-hmm.
They've got to be sitting there with stock that they've wasted money on for that price to ever come back down.
Well, and anything they buy during that period of time, they paid those tariffs.
Yeah.
Like if they're keeping inventory in the US, they already paid the tariff. They still need to make that money back on the tariff.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And that inventory can last a long time. But it's okay because manufacturing will come back.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
In 10 years. Yeah.
Or never. Well, anyway, Colorado must have some good roads. It does, but they're mostly like long sweepers, occasionally switchbacks. Like the thing about the Dragon is that it's a completely different style of driving. Like you're in the canopy under trees, super green, and it's like lots and lots of very short twist, like I want to say maybe not 90, well, probably like 90-degree turns. A lot of them are like, following a mountain. It's not switchbacks. Like, you don't ever go up on the same space that you just came from, but it's got like off camber and weird turns and all this shit that just makes it really interesting and challenging. But you're not going you're going like 30, 40 miles an hour in the turns. That's it. And legitimately, like, that's pretty much all you could do.
Yeah. I've even seen some videos of people pushing it at 50, 60, and like the cars can do more, but even the passengers like, okay, dude, stop.
Yeah, and like with no guardrails and whatever, it's like,
it's not a 10/10 road.
No,
it's not a 6. It's a 6 or 5/10 road.
Yeah, it's a high consequences road.
There's so many cops and so many cars and motorcycles and whatever. It's like, it's not the place to do it.
Yep.
It's not the place to haul ass. Like, just enjoy it, have fun, go at a reasonable pace, and you'll still have a blast. Like, if you need adrenaline, go on a track.
Yeah. Pretty much.
Yeah. Did you check the routes to Tennessee to North Carolina? Some are still flooded. Yeah, if we do head towards Asheville-ish, we can't go on certain roads, so we'll have to look it up.
I've heard Blue Ridge is still pretty bad too. Like, I was told just to straight up avoid Blue Ridge Parkway.
Oh, that's too bad. That was one I was kind of hoping. Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the Cherry Hollow Skyway is pretty.
That road's awesome.
That's more of the long, high-speed sweepers.
Yeah,
where you're
that's
going
more Colorado style.
Yeah, where you're going like 70, 80 miles an hour, just on a long, long turn. It's also still super pretty. Yeah. So. Yes, Italy, Canada, $0. Haha, you're so awesome. Hey, you could make a business smuggling that crap in,
There you go.
Mm-hmm.
The $1 million highway. It's the number 3 is the $1 million highway. Okay, I thought it said $3 million highway. Oh yeah, number 3 is. I mean, the $1 million highway is pretty amazing.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
I mean, the scenery is just phenomenal.
Yeah. He said PCH was number 1 earlier, and I don't know. I still want to know who wrote this because I disagree.
Really?
Yeah.
Or like performance driving, or just like scenic fun drives, like because
PCH is too much traffic.
It's so beautiful, but it's like
until you get a foggy
traffic,
day.
you're both.
I mean, the entire time I was there, I was just like, where can I pass? Where can I pass? Where can I pass? Okay, I passed. Caught up to someone else. Now where can I pass? Where can I pass? I mean, it's just like, God. That was all it was.
And PCH goes inland quite a few times too, right above LA. And the view kind of goes away, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. PCH is cool and pretty, but not a fun drive.
Yeah.
I thought it's worth doing. It was awesome, but it's not the same. It's not like It's not like the Dragon where it's just like straight up like the point of being on the Dragon is to drive the Dragon.
Yeah.
Like there's no other reason to go to the Dragon other than it's to drive it, right? Like it's not by anything that's really practical or useful in any other way. But you know, PCH at least like there's civilization all around, and you can get to various cool areas and parks and cities and do stuff and whatever.
Yep.
And do it in a scenic route that's gorgeous.
Yep. Yeah, and Josh and I did it in that 48 from Monterey to LA. And then I think it was like the week later that road collapsed behind us.
Yeah. I swear, like every other week it has like some collapse of something.
Yep.
Yeah. Pick a car for the Dragon. I mean, arguably, I'm taking the GT40. It's an awful car for the Dragon.
Yeah. I mean, the 48's going to suck because I'm never going to be in boost. Any turbo car is not the car
That's
for that
true.
road.
Yeah. It's too slow for a turbo car.
Yep.
I feel like the 488 or the 458 might be pretty phenomenal because you've got so much rev to work with. So I can see pretty much you'd be like in second gear most of the time from like 4,000 to 9,000 and just getting that sound the whole time, right?
Yep.
I don't know. Like that could be pretty good. Yeah, poor Josh isn't going to be able to take his 355 because we're not going to have it done in time. That would have been so good for it because like he could. It's 355. You could just be on the floor, coming out of every corner, and it won't matter. And then you'll hear the sound echoing off all the trees and the hills and stuff. I mean, that would be.
No other car on the planet would sound better.
No.
On that road.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. How is the car market right now? I'm about to sell my Spider RS. It's interesting. It's confusing. The right cars at the right prices are selling like crazy. Like we are unable to get and keep Ferraris very long. Every time we get a Ferrari, there's so much interest in the Ferrari that we don't even like get a chance to list it on the website before it's sold. So it's a reasonably good time to sell. You're not going to like break the bank. You're not going to get crazy high numbers if you actually want to sell. Like people are willing to buy them and pay for them, but they're not willing to overpay for them right now. It's kind of what it like. It's not COVID where it's like people are just like throw money at it. Who gives a shit, right? But it's feeling like things are going up. So I don't know. I feel like it's a pretty strong buyer's market right now. I would say actually, it's a pretty strong seller's market. It's a challenging buyer's market because there's just not a lot out there. Yeah.
What are you going to replace it with, Philip?
Good question.
Yeah. Casey's selling his too.
Yeah. Someone on Instagram said, "Hey guys, just got the Valvetronic rear section for my 430. Do you know if there's an install guide for the valve controller? Going to remove my Forza one for it. Why remove the Forza? Just keep the Forza. If it works, it works. I like Valvetronic. I don't like their valve controller because it's not like it takes more effort to install than the Forzas. So if you got a Forza, use the Forza. No reason to get rid of it for the Valvetronic one. Plus the Valvetronic one has that huge remote that like is so heavy you could like throw it at someone and kill them.
That's awesome. I've seen Klein has the little button remote. Yeah. Have you ever installed one of those?
We did one of their earlier versions. They changed it since then.
Okay.
Honestly, it's just the Forza works so well and it's cheaper than everyone and it's so easy.
Yeah.
So it's hard to.
It just looks cool to have like this nice machine button, but
the button is cool.
Yeah.
You can Forza sells a button that you can hardwire.
Oh, that'd be cool.
And like lights up and stuff, I think. So yeah. Dan, what does a manual Lamborghini Gallardo LP 550-2 coupe go for on 2025? You mean like right now? I don't know. In the low hundreds, low to mid hundreds.
I'm surprised you haven't had more Gallardos end up in your shop.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they were everywhere. You know, they sold so many of them that the numbers game would tell me that you would have had at least a few more than you have float through.
Yeah. Problem is, every time I try and buy one, they want the moon for it, right?
Yeah.
And then when we have had them, oh, that's my mom. Sorry, Mom. Declined. I'll have to call you later.
She knows you're busy.
Hopefully it wasn't anything serious.
She'll call back.
Right? If it's important, she'll text.
Oh, that's funny.
Oh, Lori. Oh. Just leaving a voicemail.
Oh, yeah, here we go. See, I need to add the HomeLink rearview mirror to the 48.
Oh.
That's one of the other options I don't have. I just have the regular mirror.
Oh, that would be best. Yeah,
In theory, all the wiring's there. You just plug into it.
Oh, that's cool. Well, I thought you could actually tell it to receive the signal from it.
Oh, I don't know. I mean, I literally just have a manual mirror, so I'd have to.
Oh, yeah, I know. But if you have the HomeLink,
yeah.
Like,
Well, that's what Josh was saying.
Yeah. I don't know. Anyway, where are we? Sorry, reading. Oh, here you go. Scott, are you planning to sell your 360 once the oil leak issue is addressed? Will you convert it to a manual?
The big question. So I think tentatively right now, if it is something that's not like unreasonable to fix, like it is the rear main seal or there's nothing crazy happening. If the transmission comes out, I'll convert it. If the transmission doesn't need to come out, I probably won't. And I have all but decided not to sell it. So, so I'll more than likely be keeping it, and I'm secretly hoping it's the rear main seal so I can convert it. I mean, listen, a single phone call from Dan when the rubber's hitting the road and saying let's just convert it will probably convince me to do it, whether the transmissions come out or not. But definitely, if the rear main seal is the problem, then yeah, I'll go ahead and ask him to order the parts and move on that.
When we got it, we were both, Josh and I were looking at it. We're like, this is a really clean car. Like, it's a really good car. Like, if you want, we can have Ellen do a quick pass on it and make the paint look like a mirror, and ceramic coat it, and then
yeah, I would love that.
It'd be very shiny.
I was tentatively going to sell it because there's just nothing. There's nowhere fun to drive here in Florida. I know I said this a couple of weeks ago when I was on here last, but it's just a grid pattern around here. There's no elevation changes, no curves. It's just straight. And so I can only go so fast on the highway before that gets me in serious trouble. So I was like, well, what am I even, maybe I'll wait until I move, whatever. But, the fact that it's been gone, these couple of weeks and I'm missing it so much is telling me I shouldn't sell it. So I'm more than likely to keep it.
That's why my mom's messaging. Because of the tornadoes that were here in the area. She's like, I heard there was tornadoes. Are you okay? If you guys didn't know, there was a tornado that's probably 20 miles away.
Yeah. Probably doesn't burn it. So
it doesn't burn it. So that's not too far. It's closer to the shop than to us here.
But moms have a natural They call if any natural disaster happens in the state that you're in, they have to call.
My favorite was like when we first moved down to Texas, like, oh my God, I heard there was like tornadoes in Texas. I'm like, yeah, in Dallas. Like that is the entire width of Michigan away.
Yep.
It's like when you lived in when we used to live in Kalamazoo and there would be a tornado in Detroit.
Mm-hmm.
That's actually closer than if there's a tornado in Dallas.
Oh, that's funny.
Anyway, yeah. And then like, when we first moved down here, like friends and stuff who, oh yeah, I heard some or something like that. Like, oh, I heard there was some stuff happening down by you. Yeah, it's 4 hours away. Dude, Dallas gets whacked constantly. I don't know what it is, but I feel like they're always getting all the horrible storms and whatever. So I don't know if we're just far enough south where it doesn't seem to happen as much here. I don't know.
I'll take it.
Oh, dude, doesn't matter like how old you get. Moms are still doing mom things. Yeah. I don't mind. It's all good. I'll have to call her afterwards and let her know that we are safe.
Yes. I don't know. This is a good question. There's some fun moments on the Hanging in the Hangar trip where we were rubber banding with the group.
Yeah. That was good.
Like 130 on some nice long sweeping curves and stuff. It was good. It was a fun moment.
I bet this will be probably more fun coming up.
Oh yeah. Actually, I got a better answer. It's not needing to stare at the temperature gauge all the time.
What's funny is my GT has yet to ever have anything really do anything wrong.
Yeah.
But I don't know why. I just still don't trust like that it won't get too hot. I think part of it is
old vehicle, right?
It's an old it's an old vehicle. It's all analog, so there's not like it's not like there's a computer that's gonna be like, oh, you know what? I should intervene and shut down before you do damage. So you still have to like check on it yourself. And it is old enough tech that the oil temp can swing dramatically depending how hard you are on the gas for how long. So it will swing 30, 40 degrees Celsius.
Wow.
Just depending if we're getting on it or not. And it comes down reasonably quick too, but and that's with 9.5 quarts of oil. So
that's crazy. But the car is so simple compared to, it's kind of that basic rudimentary race car shit that you probably can trust it a lot more than some of the stuff that's in your shop right now,
Yeah, I mean, if someone drops an EMP, mine's the only car that's going to start.
North Korea. I'm driving.
Yeah. Well, and like, we were on a drive and this was before I replaced the starter and the starter solenoid overheated and it wouldn't start. And so I just pop it in the neutral, like, hey, can you push the car? And, just do a clutch drop and starts right up. No problem. I mean, but yeah. Oh, okay. Correction. Josh's Speedster is the simplest car ever.
Yes.
There's like, not only is it barely got anything, there's like 7 wires the entire car.
Oh shit. Blinkers, brake lights.
Like a few light bulbs and maybe one going to like the distributor.
Damn.
And some spark plug wires.
Yeah, speaking of
the fuse block is big.
Yeah. The fuse box, it's like a fuse.
3 things.
Just one, that's all you need.
Did you figure out the speedometer cable?
No. I'm gonna bring it to the shop tomorrow and look at it. I've driven it I think once since that.
Yep.
So, someone asked on Instagram, what are your thoughts on the 911 Spirit 70 based on the new GTS convertible? I have no idea what the hell you're talking about.
Nope.
So my thoughts are, I don't care.
Even people who, more, just a little bit more than casually try to keep up with all the special models of 911s, it's tough.
Oh, it's impossible.
They come out with so many.
I hate that. That and Lamborghini is like every other week. Lamborghini is like, oh, this is our new super special whatever edition, except for the other edition that were coming out at the same time.
Yeah.
Like, what? Okay. Yes, I did see that Cars and Bids is selling pre-80s stuff. Funny enough, they emailed us because we had sold stuff with them so many times, and they're like, "Oh, we're gonna start doing that. Let us know if you have any cars." And we're like, "Yeah, sure, I'll sell my GT40." And they never email us back.
They're like, wait. Now hold on.
So here's an interesting. This is just an anecdote, but back when they first got going, this is Josh and I's assumption. They were flush with investor money, and so they threw money at everything, right? And I feel like they way overhired back then, because when we would email them, they would get back to us in like an hour. I mean, it was just like instant. And it slowly got worse as they fired more people and kind of came back into reality. And now they're getting almost as slow as Bring a Trailer.
Mm-hmm.
So
that trim the fat.
Yeah, which I get, but at the same time, it's like, damn it, we got used to the super fast service. I like that.
I'm actually surprised it took them this long to do it.
Yeah.
Particularly after we sold it.
Yeah.
I would have figured the new people would have come in and made that change immediately. It'll be interesting to see how it fares against Bring a Trailer.
Yeah, agreed. Oh, how much under MSRP are F8 coupes going for right now? Not that much. Maybe 20% under MSRP. They're still pretty close. I mean, that one that we had that we sold still was within $50,000 of MSRP or so. So
it's not bad.
Oh yeah. And the other thing is, as Josh pointed out, we had like contacts there at Cars and Bids, and they just disappeared. And when we email, they must not have forwarded their old emails to someone new, because no one ever responded to us.
So they left the box open and didn't forward it?
I guess.
Oops.
Because we like email the old email address, it doesn't bounce.
Yeah.
And then no one responds. And so then like we email someone else. I'm like, hey, hello. And they're like, oh yeah, they're not there anymore. We're like, thanks.
Yeah, interesting.
Yep.
Speaking of Josh, where is he tonight? Is he getting a facial treatment again?
His interwebs are suffering. He's having interwebs trouble, so I'm sure he's probably on his cell phone. Yeah.
Well, this checks out, right? Trade-in's not going to be what you're going to sell it for, so yeah.
Oh yeah, it's trade-in.
Yeah, that's fine.
Oof. They wouldn't even give him 300 for it though. That seems pretty low.
Yeah.
Let's see here. I just heard from another YouTuber that a customer was offered on the next manual F40 based Icona series Ferrari. Yes. I hope they supposedly said they might be doing that or something.
Yeah.
For Lewis Hamilton.
Yeah.
That was what I read, was that he was commissioning some kind of F40 successor or something like
They
that.
wanted to call it the F44.
Yeah. This all just seems so fast, though, from when those articles just came out, what, a month ago? Like, I don't know. Seems shady.
Yeah. I don't know. We'll see what they do. They should.
They so should. And good for that person if they actually got a pre-order on it.
Yeah, right. I feel like I don't know.
Who's that person? David Lee? Like who would be
Probably.
who would be, in the rarefied air to be able to get that offer, right?
Yeah. I think that's what everyone wants to know. Why can't Ferrari win races?
Listen, remember when Schumacher, and there was like 4 or 5 years of just Ferrari dominance? It was almost boring. So be careful what you wish for.
Yep.
Yep. Are 812s coming down at all? A little. Not really. Not like crazy amounts, but at the same time, we don't really pay too close of attention to them because we don't really look at the car. Here's the thing: the newest Ferraris are, one, so expensive they tie up too much of our money, and two, they're still depreciating. So we don't really like owning cars in inventory that are depreciating. I want to hold on to cars that are appreciating. So if something happens, at least the longer I have it, the more money I make. So, that's why we generally stick to the late 90s, early 2000s cars, because those all, for the most part, are appreciating. But, yeah. Oh, I suppose I should give a inventory update, huh?
Oh, yeah. Hugh's not reminding us tonight, so we must have been talking about cars enough.
Yeah.
Wow.
So, cars. Hey, Dan, before we go to the inventory, can you tell me the story on the Jag? I must have missed whenever you introed why it's there or what the deal is, but every time
never really. Honestly, part of me is like, I almost don't want to talk about it because I think it's funny.
It's like an ongoing joke.
Yeah, it's like an ongoing joke. It's like, it's just, that's why every video I'm just like, and there's the Jag. Moving along.
Yeah. If that's it, then fair enough. That's funny.
It is Josh's. I don't hate the Jag. I hate that it's huge and takes up space, and I hate that it leaks all over our floors. It's seriously, it perpetually leaks fluid.
It's funny.
No, it's Josh's father-in-law's, and Josh's father-in-law had dropped off the shop so that Josh could fix the leaks and then sell it for him. And we just have not gotten around to it. Because it's like, there's all these other things that you're like, I got to do this, got to do that. And then it's like, God damn it, there's that Jag. I don't want to work on that right now. Because it's going to be a mess, a total pain in the ass.
Oh, yeah.
You've got the right idea. Just drop a crate motor in it from Summit and be done with it.
That would be fun.
Mm-hmm.
That would be cool. Why is the GT40 so difficult to sell? I think I've talked about this before, but it's too specific of a buyer for that car. There's two big problems with it. One, it's very limited the number of people who actually want to buy one of those. And then the second problem is the people that actually want to buy one of those, if you have the money for one of those, you can still buy one brand new and customize it to exactly what you want if you're patient and have enough money.
Yep.
So a lot of the people who will buy one are like, well, screw it, for an extra $100,000. If I'm already going to spend $250,000, I might as well spend $350,000 and get the exact spec that I want in 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
So that makes it harder to sell because they have to want that color, that engine, all these different configuration points. But
if you get desperate, you can always dump it in the drink like that guy with the Bugatti.
Oh
There you
yeah,
go.
that's true. I could do that. Now that you're doing services, have you ever thought of buying V12 Lamborghinis for cheap, service fix, and flip for good money? Not really, because they're not really cheap anymore, and the service on them is expensive as shit, and it takes a long time. And I don't really think that they increase in value enough to offset the amount of effort that you have to put into it. So that's the problem with a lot of the maintenance thing is if it's deferred maintenance, the money you put into deferred maintenance is not a one-to-one return on almost any of these cars, right? Like if you have two 430s and one's fully serviced and the other one hasn't had tons of service, the gap in price between the two, if everything else was identical, the gap between the two is not a one-to-one, and the cost of maintenance to get it up to be perfect. It's probably like for every dollar you spend, you only get 80% of it back. So from us as a dealership, it doesn't really make sense to kind of restore those or work on them in a way that, brings value. Now, like something like the 360 barn find we have, now that's enough where the rarity of the gated manual and it's a Euro spec car and all this stuff adds up to where us doing the work ourselves makes it increase enough in value for it to be worth it. But it's also like we know those cars super well, so I know exactly what we need to do with it, that sort of stuff. I've been doing YouTube for 8 or 9 years now. Probably 6 or 7 of those, it's been my full-time job, for like everything around it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I haven't touched the Mustang. It's been moved from one side of the lot to the other, and that's it.
Nice. Yeah, there's actually projects that make money to work on.
Right. There's too much going on where that thing's been side rail. It's punted on for now.
It's part of the Jag next to it.
Yeah. Yeah, I thought the guy that wrecked that Bugatti did go to jail for insurance fraud, right?
Mm-hmm. I mean, of all the times for someone to be there and filming him, you know what I mean? Like, what shit luck for that guy.
Dude, I mean, like when you watch the video too, you're just like, that looks so blatant. Like he was just straight into the pond.
Yep.
It's like, oh my God. Oh yeah, there's also this part of the GT40 that I would say it's 6 foot and maybe a little bit more than 235 pounds, but not much. But you can actually adjust the pedals to be further down. So the problem is if you have a very long torso, then your head's on the ceiling. That's a problem.
Yeah. And I suppose if you actually want to wear a helmet inside, that's another consideration.
I mean, if you want to wear a helmet, you need to be like 5'10",
or double your bubble.
Yeah.
I don't know, that little clip of Josh trying to fit in it was one of the funniest things I've ever seen. Not laughing at Josh, just that the absurdity of the cockpit,
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, my favorite is Brad. When Brad tried to get in there, it was like, dude, it wasn't even like it was like at his mouth. Are you guys still anti buying, selling Porsches? Yeah, I mean, pretty much they don't make us money, so we don't buy them. There's no margins to be made on Porsches, and contrary to the entire world of car owners' beliefs, Porsches aren't as reliable as everyone says. We've had issues with almost every Porsche we bought. Like, they're not the same issues as Ferraris. It's not like sticky buttons and shrinking leather, but they still have issues. So I just got to get that out there. Like, it's not like buying Toyotas where it's like, oh yeah, it's gonna work.
Oh, speaking of that, there was we did the Mozart event with the FCA a couple weeks ago. There was some hilarious people watching. Like all the falsities about Ferraris, people talking about like, some
yeah.
guy walked by, I was like, oh, to fix any one of these cars, you got to take the engine out of them. I'm like, well, no, for like those 3 over there, you do.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's funny that there's still all of these perpetuating myths about Ferraris.
Yep.
Yeah, the engine out thing, or like I heard oil changes cost $3,000.
Yeah. One kid walked by, was like, "There's not a car here under $500,000." I was like, "Fuck, I wish. I'll sell you mine right now."
Damn, I will sell you every Ferrari I have for. I'll give you a deal, $300,000.
Right.
Oh man.
Yeah, there was some funny stuff. It was good.
Yeah, I loved like when you got a big public event like that and you get to hear all the just eavesdropping on people walking by and stuff. It's funny.
Yep.
Is the GT40 an appreciating asset? It's stable, I would say. I don't know. It's really appreciating. Maybe slowly. Certainly not at a like breakneck pace.
Do you see your target audience aging out for that?
For the GT40, potentially, yeah. I mean, it's older gentlemen, are more interested in that than younger people, which is a shame.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's the part that to me is funny. And again, I get it; it's a very specific car, right? But like, if you drive that car, you'll be like, "Oh my god, everything else is bullshit." Like this is the pinnacle of the driving experience. Even though it's absolutely awful in every way, it's so engaging that you just can't help but love it. At least me. I don't know. I mean, I like it. I like that it's tons of effort, that it's commanding your full attention, that your ears are ringing afterwards, that it's just everything about it is just such an experience.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah. I love that car. I absolutely love that car. But I know I need to sell it. I've had it too long. Do you think it's because the Porsches you buy are from auction? Actually, a lot of them were trade-ins, and other some were at auction, but not all of them. So no, I just think it's just Porsches, and we know Porsche people. Like, it's funny because there's these. Okay, I'm gonna rag on Porsche people because I like to. The only reason I rag on Porsche people, okay, here's the problem. Porsche people are always like, Porsches are so much better than Ferraris and they don't break. And if I was going to track a car, I'd track a Porsche and all that stuff. And to be fair, I'm not pointing this at you, Philip. I'm just making generalizations. Yeah. I don't want you to be like,
as usual here.
Yeah. It's and these are very generic generalizations that are horribly inaccurate, but I'm just, anyway. We just love it because when we've had these Porsches, everyone's like, oh, Porsches are so good on the track. But if you have a Porsche that's actually been tracked, no one wants that car.
Yeah.
It is dead to everyone. Like, do not buy that car. It's been tracked. Oh my God.
Yeah. The aluminum cam phaser bolts are, Richard knows all too well. And
that's the funny thing is, all these guys like, oh, you can track the crap out of Porsches. And I know like 4 or 5 guys who have grenaded engines tracking their Porsches.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, I thought these things were supposed to be reliable and all good on the track. And now on the converse of that, Porsche has been amazing for those guys that have warranties.
Yeah. Jeff's on his 4th or 5th engine.
They don't even care. They're just like, yep, it's blown up. Here comes an engine from Germany. I'm like, wow, that's pretty cool. But it does take them forever to the car's down for months. Yeah, and yeah, Josh, I've owned a dozen Porsches over the year. I've had the engine out of half of them. Like, look at all the 996 stuff with the pinning the coolant lines and the IMS bearing and all this stuff. And actually, the biggest thing is has it been tracked? And then I need to see the DME readout. And if that car has any over revs in the upper stages, no one will buy it at all. It's just I love when people ask, like, you can always tell when someone's a Porsche person, they are venturing into the Ferrari of the world. It's like, hey, could you give me the over revs on the Ferrari? I'm like, no. Why not? Because it doesn't exist. Because Ferrari ain't worried about it, bro.
Over revs.
They're like, yeah, the engine's fine. It's fine. You know, it either works or it doesn't. You know, it either you either over revved it and a rod shut out the block, or you didn't.
Oh, that's funny.
Anyway, yeah, we do need to expand the shop at some point. We're just taking it easy right now. We have not been super aggressive in trying to grow the company, and we're still kind of maintaining that. Is we're trying to take on as little debt as possible, grow it as like fast as reasonably necessary, but at the same time not overreaching and getting into a situation where we could get screwed, because we just every time we kind of max out what we're currently capable of doing based on like tools, space, whatever, it's like, okay, then we really got to start looking to another spot. But I don't want to like get into a situation where it's like we have to sell X number of cars every month just to make our mortgage. You know, I don't want to be in that boat.
How's the new lift treating you?
Oh, it's actually really nice. It was cheaper than a lot of the other lifts. It's slow because it's only 110, but it's quiet, like super quiet. You could barely hear it running compared to the other lift.
That's cool.
Yeah, I like it. It's really nice. The install was pretty quick too. They were there only a few hours and they had it done. So I mean, but those guys, like, they're just like boom, boom, boom.
Yeah, that's all they do all day.
Yeah. My experience is opposite. My 458 was a piece of shit, and I'm happy I sold it for a 997 GT3 RS, already up 30% on value since I bought it last year. I mean,
yeah,
it happens.
Cars have lemons. Yeah.
I mean, I've driven both of those, and I still like the 458. It's always the guys that buy a newer CPO that say they're reliable. They haven't owned an older one. It's probably true.
Yep.
Oh, we haven't had. Yeah, Turkey Man hasn't shown up. I heard him running by at some point briefly, but we found a new sleep strategy that seems to be working.
NyQuil?
Yeah. Whiskey, straight up whiskey,
a little bourbon and honey.
Yeah, just rubbing on his gums. No, we found if we like after his bath, you get him all set, whatever. And so first of all, we screwed up and let him sleep in our bed once or twice, and now he refuses to sleep in his bed. He has to sleep.
All over.
It's all over. And so probably for the next year or two, he's going to be sleeping in our bed, which sucks. I mean, don't get me wrong. I love him, but like, it's definitely harder to get sleep when you've got like this nuclear reactor that just like glues itself to you. Yeah. And then you wake up sweaty and you're like, what the hell is this? Ah! And then inevitably the dog comes on the bed too. And the two of them want to be against me. And so I end up with a sliver of bed that's like a quarter the width of my body. It's anyway. So the trick is first we throw on something exciting on the TV for like a half an hour. Like for some reason he thinks that Fail Army is just hilarious. So I mean, you throw on Fail Army, and half the time he doesn't even know what he's watching, but he's just like and like, you know, laughing his ass off, having a grand old time, burning energy. That's the key, right? Burn that energy. Then once he gets too excited, because he starts getting like fever pitch where he's like bouncing around and just like and like, okay, then you dial it down and we turn on something like Planet Earth, BBC Earth or Blue Planet or a volcano documentary or something that's very calm, like soft voice narrating, like David Attenborough. Here we have the blue whale, and like that sort of stuff, right? And boom, he is asleep in like 10 minutes.
Nice.
It's like magic. So there you go.
Yeah, once they start sleeping in bed with you, it's tough. I got a 14-year-old, can't get him out of my bed.
Really?
No, I'm joking, dude.
I was like, what the hell? It's like almost an adult. That's funny. Yes, technically you could manual swap an Enzo. It's the same setup as a 599, but the pedal box probably doesn't lend itself to that. So in theory, yes. In actuality, probably not. How much time do you spend sourcing cars versus selling and other stuff, working on cars, etc. for your business? It depends. There's weeks where that's all I'm doing is trying to find cars to buy. Like when we have no inventory, that's all we're focused on, because we don't make money if we don't have cars, right? But like right now, we've got a reasonable amount of inventory and we have an excess of cars needing work. So that's almost all I've been doing the last 2 weeks. I haven't hardly looked at any cars for sale right now, which is funny because 2 weeks prior, that's all I was doing was looking for cars for sale because we had no inventory. So I'm feeling like that's going to happen again late May. Because right now I think we have like 4 pending deals on cars.
Dang.
So pretty much like almost all of our inventory is already spoken for and all going to go out the door over the next 2 to 3 weeks. And so when that happens, we're going to be like desperate for inventory again. So
what's the percentage split on revenue from selling versus service?
It's still way higher on selling.
Sure.
The problem with the service is it's still a new side of the business, right? Like we've only been doing it since basically January. So it's really hard to say. It's still probably, I say 75% or maybe 60 to 75% car sales, probably like 5% parts. Like we really don't make, even with doing the service stuff, we aren't really marking up the parts much. So basically, depending which supplier we get the parts from, we basically charge, like if they're selling a part for $300, we sell the part for $300. But because we're a dealer, we get the part for maybe $270 or something,
Sure.
We get like maybe 10% off the part. And so we make maybe 10% of the parts. But once you factor in like credit card fees and all that shit, you're only making like 7% maybe. And then you got to ship the part. So whatever. Anyway, the labor, we don't really have like a specific hourly rate that we charge. We kind of try and do it based on each job. We just say, okay, we think the job's going to take about this much effort, so we're going to just charge one, whole number. Like, for example, if you're like, oh, I want to have you guys install a full exhaust on a Ferrari F430, it's probably going to be like $3,000, $3,500, but that's it. Like if it takes us a long time because of bolt snaps, well, that's on us. So, but it's weird because so $3,500 in labor, you're like, oh, $3,500 profit. Well, no, because now we're paying Alan to do some of the stuff, or paying, so there's that. We have to buy a bunch of tools. We have to have a separate insurance policy for that now, which is expensive as shit. And if I'm wrenching, I'm not working on other things that also can make money. So I have to balance it out. Like if I'm wrenching versus working on buying cars. It's like I'm kind of getting it into a cycle now that's working pretty well. Like so every Thursday is like the one day of the week I have where I plan to do nothing but edit videos pretty much. And so I've kind of made it so like that's my edit videos day. And so it kind of that sets the tone for the entire week, which is actually really kind of nice. So Friday, usually I take a little bit like Friday, it's funny. Friday I dial it down a lot. And that's the day where I'm just like, I'm taking it easy, kind of, because Monday through Wednesday, I'm either wrenching or buying and selling cars and pushing hard on that. Like, getting home later, that sort of stuff. Thursday, edit videos. I can usually get home on time. No big deal. That's great because then I have time for getting ready for the live. And then Friday, it's like kind of like dial it down a little bit, take it easy, and wander into the weekend. And then, of course, lately, it's like almost every single weekend, someone's like, oh, I want to come see a car on the weekend or whatever. And it's like, God damn it. Or we're dropping off your car that you just bought on Saturday morning at 9 a.m. It's like, damn it. So,
yeah.
Yeah.
It'll be interesting to see your service side expand. When you get to that threshold, we have to either hire Alan full time or get a second person in, or we're going to need to build off this building. It's just going to be an interesting time to see what's going to trip that.
Funny you mentioned that. We actually did a test run with another mechanic this week.
Oh, cool.
So we had him come in, and we discussed. Nothing's locked down yet, but we discussed stuff with him about having him be close to full time. The problem is like it's really hard for us to say, oh yeah, let's bring on someone full time, because right now there's a crap ton of service work and we could keep someone busy easily for a month. But who's to say that it'll look like that in June?
Yep.
I mean, again, we've only been doing the service side since January, so I don't exactly have like a lot of data to back up where it's going. So, and I'll say that the service side, there's a level of nervousness about it that I don't like, because you're constantly like, oh God, if we break something or
the liabilities in the back of your mind the whole time.
The liabilities there, and also it's like you get a car in and you think you know what it needs, and then all of a sudden you have to order a part, and now the car's dead in the water for 1 to 2 weeks. And you're like, son of a bitch, now I got this car taking up space that I could be selling. Like, so basically there's about 14 or so spots that we can realistically have in the shop. And if one of those spots is sucked up because the car is dead and it's not making me any money, I'm kind of like, damn it, get rid of that thing.
Yep.
Get it out. I'm confident that the business is going to be fine. I'm not confident in the market. That's what I'm not confident. I'm not confident that that the current trend of where we are is going to stay where it's at. I'm just being realistic. It's not a matter. Confidence is probably not the right word. It's just there's uncertainty in the economic situation right now that makes me nervous. I'm not. My confidence in our business is high. Like, I feel like we're doing a lot of the right things. We try our best to treat people right. We try to do things well. Like we try and go above and beyond, even when we don't have to. Just stuff like that we try and do good.
Yeah.
But it's challenging.
You'll naturally be, you and Josh will naturally be nervous when y'all are considering taking that next step that I was talking about, hiring that full-time person. Like any business who is organically growing is going to be, they're going to tread lightly at that moment.
Yeah. Well, and it's because ultimately it's like, I don't want it to wreck someone's life.
Yeah.
Like that's what makes me nervous. It's not that I'm like, if reality is that we hire someone and they come on board and then the market takes a shit and we don't have any service work. It's like, as a business owner, I'm like, well, sorry, bye.
Yeah.
Can't afford.
This comment kind of touches on that, but the difference is restaurants have a known cycle. Like winter's always slow, and servers know they need to find other work or just save money to not work in the winter. Not all of them do, but the ones that are doing this for a career do. But yeah, in the car world, it's a small. Austin's big, but it's small. Like you get a bad reputation for firing mechanics after 3 months. Like,
yeah,
it's gonna be hard to hire someone.
Well, and that's part of it is, the service side is a lot more localized unless it's a big job.
Yeah.
So like conversions, okay, it makes sense to ship your car to us. Majors and stuff, yes, but God, like I don't want to be in the business of constantly having to do majors, because those are the type of jobs that scare me more, because there's a lot of stuff that can be wrong with the car that you don't know about until after you have the car half torn apart. And that's the stuff that sucks, where like now you've got this car that's disabled, taking up space. Like even our yellow 360, that was like a pretty basic major, and it's taking multiple weeks because I had to send out the intake manifold to get painted. There was 1 or 2 parts that I had to order, and it took a week to get those. And so it's like the actual time of work is far less than a week. Like if I had done nothing but worked on that car, I could have had it done probably 3 or 4 days if everything would have been ready.
Yep.
Did you ever have an authorized Fry tech drop by the stub looking for money? I think you mean like a Fry certified tech or a Fry trained tech, I think would be the right term. But no, but I mean, the problem is, I don't know, we can afford a Ferrari tech at this point. Like someone who's actually got proper Ferrari training, a lot of those guys go out on their own. Like when they're good, they work at Ferrari for 5-10 years, get a bunch of training, get a bunch of certifications, and they start their own shop. And good on them. But that's funny is like that's a lot of what you see out there are these indie shops where it's literally like 1 or 2 guys. And they kind of have their little niche, and they specialize in something certain on a Ferrari, and like they're the guy that you go to for that car, for that particular thing.
Yep.
Like I know there's a guy in the Austin area that like pretty much all he does is transmissions. And he's like the transmission guy. So like, someday if we have a DCT that's blown up, I'm sending it to him, because that's what he's known for.
There you go.
Yeah. I wonder what 1 million cash investment would do to help you guys. It would be pretty helpful. That'd be awesome. Email me. Yeah, I understand that emotions don't have a place in business, but I am a human and I have emotions, and I don't want, if I can avoid it, I would prefer not to screw someone's life up.
Yeah.
So, do you sell rear engine for Ferrari's fast and front engine? So it'd be mid-engine, but yes, absolutely, they sell much, much easier than front engine Ferraris across the board. Trust me, everyone with the 430 360 is realizing they're keeping their cars and will look to manual conversion. I mean, the manual conversion market, it's funny. Like, there's people out there who are like, oh my God, there's only so many of those cars and blah, blah. I'm like, yeah, there's like 14, 15,000 430s that are F1s. And there's like another 8,000 to 10,000 360s that are F1s. So I'm pretty sure we're okay for quite a while doing 1 or 2 of those a month.
Yep.
That's quite a few years of work for us. I'm fine with that.
Fair enough.
Funny you mentioned Autotech, Nick. We've been watching his series because Josh is doing the 355 right now. So we were watching a series, and may have had a little phone call with someone.
Uh-oh.
Some stuff might happen. Stuff might happen.
I smell a collab.
Dan and Josh, I don't know if y'all have seen this with Tyler, that there's I think it's Scrap Life Garage. I may be wrong, but they're dropping a Coyote in a 355, a Ford Coyote motor.
Oh, really?
The guy's doing nice work on it. It should be pretty fun.
I mean, that should be a pretty fast car.
Yeah. I'll try to find it and send it to you. Yeah.
I wonder what transmission. They can't be using the factory transmission.
I don't know. I've only casually breezed through them when I saw it, but
do they have a 355 block you can stick in the Mustang?
Oh,
dude, I'm in. Let's do it. Let's take that 355 engine, right?
I'll try to find that guy.
Are you taking investors, and what would that look like? Minimum buy-in. What would you looking for in a partner investor? I mean, we're not actively seeking anyone at this point. We had someone that we thought was going to invest in us. They had we had softly talked numbers over the course of a few months. They were the first time in years that I had even remotely discussed the possibility of selling any equity, because I really would prefer not to sell equity if I don't have to. I just don't want to. And so there's possibility of doing someone wants to do some sort of loan, like a business loan or something. That would be something to consider. But the problem is, if we can't get it at a lower interest rate than our current floor plan, then we're not interested. Because basically, we're already on a growth trajectory. I mean, we've been growing close to 40-50% a year every year. So the growth is great. The end of the year profit is not high. Our actual profitability is pretty low, but that's because we kind of spend most of the money on the company and trying to grow it and stuff. Josh and I don't really pay ourselves all that much money. So it's not like I'm milking the company for a huge distribution every year. And that would be the problem, is if someone was like, oh, I want to buy in a part of the equity, but then they want a big distribution. Well, we're just not in a position to do that yet. So I would say, if you're a serious investor, oh, I want to invest a bunch of money because I think I'm able to get a bunch of money out of my investment. If you said, oh, I want to put in $1 million because I want to have $2 million in a few years, I'm gonna be like, no, it ain't gonna happen, because I'm not gonna sell I'm straight up not looking to sell the company at any time remotely soon. So you getting your investment back is more likely to happen if we're doing a loan than it is if you bought in equity. So the only way that I'd really take on someone for equity is if they wanted to participate in the company. And that's going to be a marriage versus that's something that we really got to like you. You really got to like us, and you got to be hanging out and doing stuff. So not very super likely to happen. Yeah.
There you go.
Oh God, please don't send me your LP640. I don't have an engine. I don't have a scaffolding to pull the engine out.
I was just responding to him in the chat saying, hey, I shipped mine 1,300 miles just for an oil leak. So,
well, but to be fair, with the shipping, it should still be significantly less than what you were quoted.
Yes, no doubt. No doubt about that.
Even if we don't do any of the modifications, if we just fix the oil leak, it's still cheaper.
No doubt. No doubt. My wife asked me, are you just going to send your car to Dan every time something happens? I'm like, pretty much, yeah. That's pretty much what I'm going to do.
Fair, yep.
I mean, next time it needs to be, well, for you, because I know you, shit, if you need a major, just fly me out there and we'll bring some tools.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. Did you ever do inventory? We got distracted.
No, we got distracted.
Yeah.
I derailed that with a question about the Jag. I'm sorry about that.
You're good.
Oh yeah, start with the Jag, and then it just went off. Yeah,
downward path.
let's see what's in the shop. We've got the Testarossa chilling there. We've got, see, the 48 that's not ours that has the turbos out. We got them back already. The turbos are already back from Pure Turbos. So that's awesome. We're going to get those installed after the Dragon. We've got that 458 waiting for parts. We've got the, let's see here. We got we have a new inventory, Fry 458. It's black on black, carbon seats, lots of carbon fiber, axle lift, no rear camera, crazy aftermarket stereo that's super well done. It's one of the best I've ever seen.
Wow.
Like, just looks like it should have been. It doesn't look like it's like someone just like threw in a subwoofer or something like that. It's all integrated, very nice. That's what Josh is actually going to take on the Dragon.
Yeah.
Nice.
We've got the yellow 360, which has a pending deal. Just got to lock it in. We've got the red 360 that we're doing a major on. There's like 2 or 3 fairly serious people, no deposits, so it's still open. We've got my old 430. We're working on that. We figured out what was wrong with the idle. We've got a pending deal on that, so it's not for sale anymore. Josh's 355 engine's on the floor. Got the, what else is there? Scott's 360. We'll start work on that soon. We've got the Barn Find 360. Funny enough, like we didn't really want to sell that, and someone pushed hard to buy it.
Oh wow.
And we were like, maybe we'll sell it. But then they wanted a compression test, so we did the compression test. Compression was perfect, and then they backed out after they did the compression test. And so that was like, it was funny because Josh and I were like, God damn it, like this is why we don't do stuff like that for pending deals. Like you gotta, because we spent, it took like 2 hours to do a compression test because it's a pain in the ass. So anyway, not a big deal, but I just want to whine about it for a minute because we wasted our time and then he didn't buy it. What else is there? There is the other 430 coupe that we got in from Utah, has a pending deal. Just waiting on the guy to get his financing secured and lined up. And so
fuel pumps replaced on that one.
Yes, yeah, dude, those fuel pumps were awful.
Damn.
Like that car reeked of gas. I mean, you could smell it from like 5 feet away. It was one of the worst I've seen yet. I was like, God, this thing's gonna catch on fire.
Damn.
Did not feel comfortable starting the engine in that car. Yeah, honestly, in the future, must have a deposit for a compression test. That seems like a very reasonable thing to do. And even then, it's kind of like these Ferraris don't have compression issues almost ever. Like it's so rare. If it's a 355, okay, yeah, you should do a compression test because you got to check in the valve seals. Oh, my electricity just flickered.
Ooh.
Hopefully,
yeah.
Your mom was right. Your mom was right to call.
Uh-oh. Well, if I disappear, it's 9:30. We're wrapping up.
Oh yeah, it's turning red, so it's coming.
Uh-oh. It's coming right for us. Yeah. So as far as what's actually 100% available, Testarossa 458, Barn Find 360, Red 360, my Jeep. Forgot about the Jeep. Oh, and the Toyota Coaster and the Toyota Land Cruiser.
Yeah. Nice.
I think that's it.
The Coaster.
Yeah. Anyway. Well, there you go. That's it for this week. So next week we're going to be in Tennessee doing the Dragon, and we're possibly going to try and do a live from there if things work out. I'll see. I don't know. So no promises. Also, that means I'm probably not going to be Johnny on the spot with the shorts. I've been trying to do 2 shorts a day. I literally have an alarm in my phone that goes off twice a day and says, do a damn short. And I try and do 2 shorts a day.
I mean, just whatever you're driving at that moment would probably.
The problem's
be
gonna be I could film something, but then when will I have internet?
Well, true. Yeah.
Like it might not be for an hour or two. So whatever. Anyway, that's it. So thank you everyone for joining us, and we're gonna have a fun week next week. So
Heck
I don't
yeah.
know. I'm gonna film it to some degree, but we'll see how it comes out in video. But anyway, see you guys. Thanks for joining us. Bye.
Bye.